Yo, what is up? So today, the current day I'm going to plan to upload this video is Valentine's Day, and there is a specific reason why I wanted to specifically upload it to Valentine's Day. So you may be wondering, what better time to spend Valentine's Day? Like, what is the main reason you spend Valentine's Day? Maybe spend it with your girlfriend, or spend it with someone special, or maybe even spend it with your family. And just, it's a love day, you gotta love your family and all. But if you said any of those answers, you'd be dead wrong. See, in my book, the correct answer is Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I know what you guys might say. Oh my goodness, it's just an anime game, but you need to trust me, it is not. But there is a love theme around it, so I thought it'd be really nice to upload this video. So yeah. It was terrifying to play, and if you guys want a part 2, let me know. But yeah, enjoy the video. And one more thing about this this game is there's a lot of like jump scares at like near the end, but like they're like, I'm pretty sure I'm like scared of like errors happening. Like, I don't know what it's called. It's called like trichophobia or something. Like, it's the fear of errors popping up. So yeah, so it was really terrifying for me to play this game. So yeah, enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube video. Today, as you could see, we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, before you say anything, I know this game may seem like another, I don't know, like a Gooner game, but trust me, this game is not what it seems. I've never really seen anyone play it, but I have heard that it is scary. I don't know who I got that from, but like, it's scary, apparently. It may seem all rainbow cookies, unicorns, but it's not. It is not like that. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is hold on. Sayori. I searched it up on Google how you say it. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. Okay. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after me like this, I feel like I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Yeah, let's just.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to. Maybe but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me! That's me, Cooper!
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think you're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all.
I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Ooh, okay, why is she giving me attitude? Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Cooper, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join the club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of your many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Wow, I'm a dweeb.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, and I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look into it. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happier. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Alright. School days as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Dude, okay.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom where I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm not the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I caught you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me, if that's what's gonna make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know.
Know what?
Well, that you would come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Sayori is a vice president of the Sayori is a vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show me interest after the one who proposed me to this club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told you that.
Let me just restart.
I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member.
Bruh.
And that's
Natsuki?
make cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Well, I'm a fat ass.
Yay! Let's go!
Dude, I wonder how this is gonna be a horror game, dude. There's... Well, I guess we'll just see. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you don't call me my... I told you don't call me a new member! I glance around the room. Yo! Oh! Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. She's... Damn, bro? Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Cooper.
What a nice surprise.
Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Alright, so I'm a weirdo. And I'm a dweeb. And now I'm a simp? Bro, I do not want to be in this guy's shoes right now, even though his name is Cooper. Coincidentally.
What are you looking at?
Why are you so aggressive?
If you want me to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the new... She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. That's how I'm gonna say her name.
You can't just ignore her while she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy.
She don't look like she's full of energy.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
I'd...
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. Dude, she looks terrifying. It's great to meet you again. It's great to see you again, Cooper. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other a little. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is so... genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. So I'm assuming maybe he likes Monica. I don't know.
Come sit down, Kipper. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey! I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
Bro, make tea in this class? Bro. In a school classroom? Alright, whatever. The girls have a few desks arranged arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk all over the... Oh my gosh. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki probably marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with the icing and little pieces of chocolate were oh my gosh. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had an idea. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. Sayori grabs the first. Oh my gosh. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full oh my gosh. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What do you mean by that?
Made them for you or anything.
Sure. Okay. I thought you were technically did, Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know.
Wait.
But not for you. No, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of me. She carefully places a teacup in front of the... Oh my gosh. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot, setting... Oh my gosh, bro. Setting down the tea... You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy the tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises her eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what oh my gosh. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy to be here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come have you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of these major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand up all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing around the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something personally, enjoy, and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Blech. Then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica is such a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm really surprised that there's not more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we can graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
you know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Cooper, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, nothing. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Frick is manga. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
Nerd. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling them a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but she's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep
Physiological elements, usually immersive as well.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can still deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you into a loop?
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp for something I can relate at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Okay.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the real world,
If only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. Give it back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes are poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her head on her shoulders. Hands on her shoulders, not heads.
I'm not cute. Natsuki.
Wait. Alright. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess I sometimes...
Why I keep trying to... I mean,
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you like to share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident Reddit.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Thus, the truest form of writing is a writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the darkest, no, not the darkest, showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ...
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aww.
Wait,
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
we all sit in the silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki.
Oh my gosh! Ah! Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share all of them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cooper? Yeah. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth in what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Well, judging on what this game is putting towards, I'm assuming I join. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Cooper.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yay, I'm so happy.
Yuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super... Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more. Cooper, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Coopers. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Dude, this is gonna take forever to record, dude. It's already been 30 minutes. With that, the two of us depart to the club room to make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Okay. Alright. I just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So what is this? So I choose the characteristics of what they're like. All right. Jeez, no wonder I'm single. Which one of these girls do I like? Well, I can't with, what's her name? Sayori. Because she's a friend, you know? It's kind of just weird to be in a relationship. So, maybe one of the new ones. Yuri is shy. Just entirely. Natsuki is, like, outgoing, but also kind of shy. So, I mean... I don't know, I guess anger. Oh, it's okay. Hurt? What? Skipping. Oh, so we, okay, so we just picked one, okay. Together? Oh, Doki Doki. She's probably pink. Yeah. Sunny? Romance. Marshmallow. Loud. Skirt. They all have skirts. Cute. Boop. Massacre. Clumsy, shopping, precious. Silly? What? Oh, I guess she is kind of silly. Warm. Oh my gosh. Hair? Oh, it's definitely gotta be vibrant. Socks. Alright. I picked Natsuki. Hi again, Cooper. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Cooper.
Hey.
I hope this isn't overwhelming of our commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan just to come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in their club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck in between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Cooper always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because if your room is messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Yo, why am I getting too good at this, dude? You two are really good friends, aren't you?
I might be a little jealous. How come?
Wait. This is Sayori. Wait. Did I talk it? Oh, whatever.
How come you and Cooper can us? How come you and Cooper can become good friends too?
Sayori.
Hmm?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation that she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori?
Yeah, me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Wait.
What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. It's like a dead body. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Bro, I do not want to speak these words, dude. This is not coming out of my mouth, dude. This is coming out of this freaking dweeb's mouth, not mine. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you...
Sorry, I burped. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for this club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh! I hear
Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back into the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands.
How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? It means you're easy to read. I see. There's a lone volume of manga and mist, a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box. I get a closer look at the box she's already admiring.
Parfait.
Girls, it's a series I've never heard in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you could do it, though the glass is on the door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Cooper. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of
Parfait.
Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
Well, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. And she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She passed me on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there.
Wouldn't the chairs be more comfortable?
I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, claiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of a life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at this ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all each other's backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Why do I keep saying ah? Ah! This chapter seems like it's about baking! This is just a guess, but there is a lot of baking in this manga.
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga.
Right, okay.
Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Ha!
It's definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest into baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from this manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Reread for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. You got a staring problem? Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not!
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share with your friends? Oh my gosh. Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Pause. That kind of sounded weird.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this.
You never know.
They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them all being all like, you still haven't grown out that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, I guess. I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe in here in his club room. Except Mongo is kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't just win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right?
So?
Ha 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 ha. Jeez.
That's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Oh, wait, I say that in Natsuki's voice.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori?
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky.
But it keeps getting... Oh, I just put it in my ass! But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter.
Gosh, dude. Dude, it's already 50 freaking minutes long. This is going to be a long video. And I'm going to hate editing this. Natsuki's voice sprinkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tune. Tone. Tune, tone, tune, tone. Tongue, 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 sahur. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can't understand why. It's hard to express in words that feeling to get when you're connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Eh?
Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Aha!
Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. How about you come closer, baby girl? She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and head towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but, Monica just said,
Don't be dumb. I'll just take it home with you.
eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent,
I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. It might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
by the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never been really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone else to share with you?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. It says enthusiastically a lot. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's Byzantine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same as myself. Who should I share my poem first? Obviously Natsuki, bro. Because I wrote it about her, right? I told Natsuki I was interested into her poems yesterday. It's probably the only fair I share mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's just start with things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Huh? Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this down. I wrote this when I could be doing some other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read all your poems? To read your poems? Sorry. That's what I had in mind when you writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Ooh. Well, I would have wrote mine.
I would have been. Oh my gosh.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem to make me go, ha, well, that's not so great.
But
let me show you what real literature looks like.
And you went and ruined it.
I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
Oh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. You know what they say about girls really hating you, right? That means they like you. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, alright?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can't try. Or people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did I? Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Wait. No, it's... Oh my gosh, dude, I hate talking.
Didn't you expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with their last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Where should I share my poem next? Dude, that took forever to share. Oh! Monica's kind of just... Let me do Sayori, I guess.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Cooper.
That's what your mother said to me last night. Alright, I'll stop.
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Cooper poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs at the sheet against her chest. Whoa. You're so weird, Sayori.
Yeah, I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room? Of course. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's just like I said before, Cooper. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Yuri. I'm not sure Ciari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny the fact... I can't deny that she's part of this reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold it to you that... Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, let me see it. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I mean, it's alright. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! It's just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question?
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun.
Monica? Wait.
Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I put to my poem next? Probably Yuri. ... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not... I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be... I guess that it might be after reading it through it.
Wow. So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry.
Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice she's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I realize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter that they fit the two together. The end result is that bad, The bow style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds out her train of thought, it's as if she, oh my gosh, dude, I can't, I'm just reading so much, dude. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor, I think it's demeanor, totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even if it's a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you a valuable feedback.
Natsuki can be a little
Biased, though.
biased. How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not blah, 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 blah. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share you my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles.
Blah, blah, blah. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber gold glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing out air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting.
It's like cursive, but okay. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think of your handwriting as pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's a short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about the ghosts at all, Cooper.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the world. They usually do more than tell a simple little story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more Solomon, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really.
Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Wait, oh my gosh, I keep reading it in the wrong voice. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
I guess Monica's only the one left. Huh. Oh, staring at me with those pale green eyes.
Hi, Cooper. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever get
If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going off with the flow until I'm settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Cooper. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of behavior. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem.
I like it, Cooper.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Jeez.
No. This kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
Ah ha 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 ha. If you say so.
Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than just a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to everybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning, though. So I could see why it would why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find any kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Ha ha ha.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Don't worry, I'm not very good. Wait,
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
you sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Dude, everyone said I'm not very good. Why?
Well, that's because I had to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's long. Jeez. I like how, like, the music changes for each character. It shows, like, more characteristic. Anyway. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? The newsy nightmare? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind for a film left in the sun. But it's not too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of Media's image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't that too deep. Stretching forever to everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When I'm performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was that inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
Stop the cap.
I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Epiphany? I don't know how to pronounce that. Yes, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down or on a paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way for my poems can't stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As if they read into tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh?
Did you just say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to her poem on her desk one-handed. I guess you could say it's... Wait.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you don't have... You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Cooper did too. So, based on that, I'm glad you give me some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly interesting, inspiring, which I haven't found yet. And Cooper liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Why did the music cut off?
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested into trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I...
You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cooper appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? Is that how you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's...
Whoa!
I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cooper started showing up. Natsuki?
Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, I hate this game so much so far.
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they didn't just notice I was standing there.
Cooper? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
If she could get her over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing
Is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason?
the meaning should jump out as a reader, not force them to have to figure it out.
Help me explain that to her, Cooper.
Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is only unnecessarily limiting yourself is also a waste. You understand that, right, Cooper?
Well,
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... Oh... Sayori's not gonna help. I guess Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented.
Well,
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain into an attempt to bring back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can just be as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job after that.
yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know.
that's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing isn't really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we've learned something. Looks like we learned that today. Even the small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Ah,
Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for hers as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything as she was said. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
well, if you say so.
Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Cooper. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
I
Can only think about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boosted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your...
Whoa.
The thing about your bibs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori?
Wait. Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
I was
just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. Well, not that we passed that. Everyone read each other's poems, right?
I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Cooper. And to be honest,
It's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we get used to.
What's so funny? Ah, so joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll relax for a little bit.
Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-based things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Ah, of course. Well, I guess that's what you're the vice president, Sayori. And yeah, no, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worthwhile so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd just say it was worth it.
It was alright, mostly.
Cooper, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a pretty neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something with your little friends too. So your poems won't turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Cooper, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does the kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that.
Coincidentally, because I'm here. Alright, I'll kill myself now.
I promise they're both wonderful people.
I'm sure they are.
You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make some good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Cooper, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is just what makes me the happiest. And then I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Everyone's day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still has it caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I don't want to see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an intentional monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.